Another legendary circuit is today's stage for America's only full-time stock car road racing series. A field of 31 with Chevrolets, Fords, Toyotas, and a Dodge are set to go the traditional Trans Am 100-mile distance as Mission Foods presents Racing America at Road Atlanta. It's round 2 of the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 series, live from Braselton, Georgia. And hi, everybody, live from the grid as this field of cars assembles behind us. Alon with former Cup Series champion crew chief Andy Petrie. Look at this group behind us here. Drivers, cars. I think we're going to have a fun day.
Yeah, Alon, what an amazing day at an iconic racetrack we're at Road Atlanta. And then we've got these guys behind us. A mix of really young drivers, some not so young, developing talent. It's an amazing race. I think we're going to see a lot of aggression in a short, pretty much a sprint race.
It's going to be a little bit rough and rugged. Last year's race was here anyway. More on this Road Atlanta circuit that'll challenge these drivers coming up in a couple of minutes. But first, let's start with the headliner of the TA2 series so far. 18-year-old Helio Meza from the Houston area won the season-ending race in Austin last year and won the season-opening race at Sebring to start this year. And today, he's on pole position after setting a new track record for TA2 cars here at Road Atlanta. After a Sebring victory a week ago, Meza sat down with us to talk about that win and what to expect today here at Road Atlanta. Helio Meza on the front row, green flag at Sebring. Good jump by Meza. He gets the lead.
I was super calm going into the race. Obviously, we had a bunch of yellows, and I didn't really see what happened because I was, up front the whole time. But I was looking in my rearview mirror and saw people falling off the track left and right. So luckily, I was out of it and came away with the win. Turn 17, the last corner, and turn 1 are the two bumpiest corners you'll go through. And sometimes you get a headache at the end of those races, just kind of getting bucked around in the race car. But no, it's a lot of fun, and I think that's what makes Sebring exciting is, trying to master the bumps is the way I think of it. As a driver, you always want to get a little advantage. For me, I worked a lot on my restarts, but on the sim and back with Chevrolet at their GM Technical Center, just kind of working on ways we could get a little advantage on that first lap. Under yellow or caution, just taking deep breaths, just kind of resetting. Just telling yourself it's going to be okay. There's another green flag coming. Helps when you have a fast race car that you drive in or you're sitting in. SLR, those guys obviously end of last year ended up winning a bunch of races in a row. And, that makes my life easy because when I hop in, I know I have a fast race car. So all I have to do is just turn the wheel, push the pedals, and hope for the best, really. So, I would just give all the credit to my team and SLR Racing. Getting this win for the season opener is a huge confidence booster, not only for myself, but for the team, knowing that, all their hard work paid off in the off season. They put their blood, sweat, and tears to make it to this race. And, that's the least I can do is give them a win and, let them know that they're doing a good job. And I tell them every time, whether it's a practice session or after qualifying, I let them know because without them, I couldn't do this. So huge confidence booster for the whole team, just knowing that we have a dominant car. Obviously, we're going to still work at it, keep making it a little bit better because the competition's only going to get closer. So we're going to keep fighting for everything we can. Road Atlanta is actually one of my favorite tracks that I've been to. Last year, I raced there in the MX-5 Cup with Mazda after winning their scholarship last year, and I just think it's a driver's track. I mean, if you ask any driver on the field, I think that it's up there for everyone. And for me, Road Atlanta, I love it because it's small, it's not too big, lots of elevation, super fast, it has every corner you could want or ask for. I'm excited for that because if I'm in a little Mazda Miata hanging on, I can't imagine what it's like in a TA2 car.
Helio Meza is just 18 years old. He's from Spring, Texas, just outside of Houston. And 2 is a theme for these numbers I'm about to give you, Andy. In 2 tries in TA2, he started first twice and finished first twice.
Okay, I've been in this sport for a long time. I've seen a lot of good, young, talented drivers come along. I think we're seeing something special with Meza. I think you're going to see this guy really progress along the ranks and be something great.
And he's kept the good times rolling so far here this weekend. Ben Sissel, he's starting on pole position for this one.
Well, yeah, unbelievable. I'm here 3 in a row for Helio Meza with pole position. He broke the record yesterday. You were reading out the stats. They're just unbelievable. How are you feeling here at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta?
I'm feeling really good. Obviously, all the things you listed, should make a driver feel good. But no, all the credit goes to Team SLR and Chevrolet for everything that they've done for me. We've prepped a lot in the off-season for Sebring, now for Road Atlanta. And here we are starting on the front row. Got my first official pole this time. The past 2 ones that I've started on the front row have been off of practice. So it feels good to not get the lucky allegations. You know, I actually had to earn this one. So ready for this race. It's one of my favorite tracks that we go to. So can't thank Chevrolet, Team SLR, my crew, Alessandro's Racing, and Cube 3 Architecture TA2 series for all that they do, and all the series sponsors for making this possible. And yeah, looking forward to having a good day.
I love it. I love it. And when we talked to Test before Sebring, you were like, I might do 4 or 5. But now you're running for the championship, right? I've had a lot of questions from the paddock. Can you clear that up?
It's official now. It is official. I didn't know until after the preseason test at Sebring, and so yeah, super excited to run the full season and go after that championship, and just can't thank everyone enough for making this possible.
Nice. So, well, let's talk about the people that are making this happen. Tell us about your sponsors and how we can support them.
Right. So I got my main sponsor, Alessandro's Racing. They hopped on board about a year and a half ago. They're a big race team in Mexico, and they're one of the only teams in Mexico that has a car in every series there. And so I got to thank Diego Rodriguez, the owner of Alessandro's Racing, all their partners, Fipresta, Heraldo Media Group, Ruben Rovelo. They're all right now in San Luis, Mexico for the NASCAR Mexico Series. And I'm actually flying out tomorrow morning to go race there. So I'm going to start from the back of the NASCAR Mexico race tomorrow. So that's kind of one extra thing that I got to do this weekend. But I'm looking forward to the challenge. And so, yeah, just can't thank everyone enough on board. Chevrolet, like I said, Team SLR, and my family, of course.
I love it. Starting from the pole today, starting from the back tomorrow. Back up to you guys in the booth.
All right, Ben, thank you. Yeah, that car right there just behind us, sitting on pole position for the right-hand turn one at this track. That's a special kid, obviously, very early on in his TA2 career.
It is, and I can feel the excitement building here, and for the other guys, he's the target. Everybody's shooting for him. He's been super competitive, almost unbeatable in his first 2. Let's see what he has today.
Well, Helio Meza will try to win a 3rd straight TA2 race. That is not an all-time record. It has been done before, but a new track record in qualifying here, Road Atlanta. He is the favorite as we get ready for the green flag today. Round 2 of the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 series. Helio Meza on pole position, the young Texan, getting ready to show him what he's got again today here in the North Georgia Hills.
Born on America's greatest racetracks, developed in the Top Liner Lab, tested where it matters most. At every turn, every lap, every win. A protective coating engineered under extreme conditions, applied with precision, designed to last. For high-speed laps and for the people who keep America moving. Top Liner. Dealer opportunities nationwide. Inquire for your area at topliner.com.
Okay, so pretend this is your race car. It's on the trailer, and you have an accident. Ouch! At least your truck's insurance will pay for another one? Yeah, not so fast. Standard insurance won't replace your race car, whether it's in the trailer, in the paddock, in the garage, or the repair shop. But at Hagerty, we can protect it for what it's really worth anytime it's off the track. No matter what or where you race, offer less than a set of race tires. Hagerty, let's drive together.
A beautiful day here in North Georgia. We sit about 50 miles northeast of downtown Atlanta, where the 2.54-mile, 12-turn Road Atlanta course is the challenge for drivers in the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 series. Okay, so Andy, they let us out of the booth. We're down here on the grid.
We're not on leash. We can go.
Let's go. Come on, follow along. Let's go talk to some drivers quick. I don't want to steal Ben's thunder with the whole grid walk thing, but we're going to take the opportunity. Who you got, Andy?
Andres Perez de Lara, on the front row. First time ever at Road Atlanta, first TA2 race, right?
Yes, exactly.
Do you feel like you have something for these guys?
I think so, yeah. We've just been progressing all weekend, which is what we're here for, you know, just to learn and obviously be competitive. And I feel like we're in a good starting spot for the race. It's a long one as well, so just trying to keep learning how the track, how the tire day is going to be. That's going to be really important, something that I'm not very aware of. So yeah, I think we do have a chance, and we'll definitely try.
We can't wait to watch how aggressive you're going to be going after that win.
Yes,
Thank you.
All right, come on, let's follow along here. We got a chance to talk to Noah Harmon, standing right here. Silver Hair Racing Chevrolet, getting ready to go. You're over here talking to Trans Am driver David Pinterick. Your team owners are in the background. How do you feel?
Feeling really good overall. I think I really enjoy this place. I think we've had a really fast race car through the testing, thanks to the guys at Silver Hair and High Point Rockers and Cube 3 Architecture. I kind of messed up on my quality lap yesterday, which put us a little bit further back, but we're still in a good spot and we're ready to get ready for the race.
You're in row number 2, so if you messed up, it wasn't that big a mess up. Good luck today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Noah Harmon getting ready to go from row number 2 in that Silver Hair Racing Chevrolet Camaro. It's time for our next-gen driver spotlight now. We're going to focus on the championship leader and last year's champion in Pro-Am. It's Jared Odrick, a man who, after playing in the National Football League as a defensive lineman for the Miami Dolphins, was looking for his next challenge. He decided it was racing a car.
After football, I decided not to re-enter the free agent market. I ended up being in New Mexico, and a family friend who I call Uncle Ed said, "Hey, you should check out what I do." And I'm like, "What's that?" And he's like, "I race," and he's an in-shape dude. And I thought, I don't want to go watch you do some half marathon. Like I just stand there in the same spot when you come around. He's like, no. He's like, "I race cars. Check this out." He unveils behind his barn a kind of a brown Miata, like a '99 Miata. I'm like, what is this? This is not. Look at my car. Look at this car. This is not a race car. And I was sort of mistaken. And he was like, "Oh, let me show you what I do with this." And it was at a High Plains Raceway in Colorado in 2021, the summer of 2021. And I just couldn't believe that there were that many men who weren't considered professional race car drivers competing that hard and at that level and cared about it that much. I made a New Year's resolution at the end of 2021. I made a couple. And one of them was no Brussels sprouts for a year. Because they became basic and they're basically like French fries. Then I said, I'm going to wear a collared shirt every day, and that's lasted for years later. And then I said I'm buying a race car, and I didn't know what levels to enter. I really wasn't sure. I think at that time I was just like, I'm not buying a Miata. I can't even fit. I had the pleasure of having a 992 Porsche available to me back in 2023, going into 2024. And the first thing I did was I went to competition school at Summit Point in West Virginia. And I did no track days. I did no teaching days. I did nothing of the sort. Now, we got taught there, obviously. But I went straight to competition school. And there's a race at the end of the competition school. I won that. Yeah, that's how it all started. And I haven't stopped since.
Jared Odrick has brought that same detailed approach to racing that made him a first-round NFL draft pick, and the results are showing. National championship in SCCA GT2 racing, a Pro-Am championship in TA2 racing already, and he's certainly filling the void from that post-football life.
Getting to know Jared, I've got such an appreciation for these professional athletes, how they go about preparing to be successful, and no matter whether it's playing football, driving a race car, he brings that game, and I'm telling you, he's elevated that to a high level. I'm interested to see just how far he can take this.
Jared is the fastest qualifier among the Pro-Am drivers today, so it'll be a lot of fun watching him try to pursue also a third consecutive victory in Pro-Am, the season ender last year, the season opener this year, and again, fastest qualifier today here at Sebring. What do you think? Should we talk some more drivers while we're down here?
Got a minute.
All right, let's do that. Yeah, I forgot about that. See, I knew we were live television. Ben, you're with Jared, right?
I am. All right, I'm down here with Jared Odrick, last year's Pro-Am champion, current leader in points. Good start to the season. Green flag drops. What's your strategy?
Keep it clean.
That's on me. I remember after you said it. But,
Lainey's right in front of me, and I know that she wants to finish this race, and she's got a fast M1 car in front of me, and so I'm going to follow her lead a little bit, and then see how the rest of the field plays out in terms of finding a flow, finding some pace, and you really can gauge your pace at turn 5 and see how the car is turning and how early you can get the throttle, and of course everybody's thinking about that back straight and getting some good pulls out of turn 7.
I love it. But hold on, we got to bring this guy in here real quick, because you can always tell when Jared Odrick's friends from his former life are here. Now keep in mind, I'm 6'3", 230 pounds. Jared, who is this dude?
This is Tommy Mack, man. I played with him at Penn State. Yeah, he's a big boy.
And so you guys were teammates, and I heard he's trying to get you in one of these things.
There's no way I'm getting in that thing. I put my leg in it. I said, yeah, I'm not flexible enough to fit in here. So, no, it's really cool, man. It's awesome.
Jared's cut some weight. It's possible.
I know. Hey, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I love it. Well, Jared, keep them coming. Yeah, we gotta spread this like it's the gospel. Alon, Andy, I hear you have a great interview up at the front of the grid. Back to you.
Yeah, we're just going to kind of make our way around. We're here with Adrian Blafstowski. Let's see if we can sneak in here and talk to Adrian live on television. We're live. Excuse me. Happy you're on television. Thank you. Pretty good qualifying spot. You can see the front from here.
Yeah, pretty good. We're happy with that qualifying. I think we could have went a few tenths faster, been P2, but I think P3 at this track is pretty good. You want to be on the inside going into turn 1 and going into turn 3. So we're pretty confident where we are. We want to have a good race, good solid finish. Like we had a good run at Sebring, but that last restart kind of screwed us up. So this time we're not going to let that happen. We're going to stay in front for the whole race, not get involved in any wrecks, and have a good solid finish.
Now, you told me turn 12, steep, downhill fast. You love that about this racetrack. Why?
I love turn 12, and I think turn 12 here separates the sim drivers from the real drivers, right? Because you're not going to feel the elevation on a sim. You're not going to feel the G-load on a sim. So it's like that's what separates the drivers from the sim drivers.
Excellent. Good luck today.
Thank you. Thank you, Alan.
Adrian Blafstowski starting on the inside of row number 2. Andy's going to go talk to Rafa Matos. He's right one row back here. Three-time champion, got his first TA2 win at this racetrack a few years ago, and he's getting ready to take on this field.
Third row on the inside. You got a bunch of young bucks out here, Rafa. You gonna take the fight to them today?
This race is not about age, right? It's about being smart and about experience and taking care of the car. So I'm truly looking forward to get the Stanton Bear Motorsports race car up front. We couldn't be more proud of. This was a difficult weekend for us as we faced some mechanical issues in the first day, but we recovered from. The team did an amazing job prepping the car. We got CNA on board, Concord American flagpole, Hertz. So we're super proud of everyone in the team, and we're looking to have a very strong race here.
No give up in this team.
All right. Good luck to Rafa today and all the drivers getting ready to go with our Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series round number 2 of the season. We're live on the grid. The green flag is coming up shortly. Jared Odrick getting ready to go, heading the Pro-Am standings, last year's champion. He was in the mix for the win here a year ago. He got penalized for unnecessary roughness, but he'll be a factor again today when the checkered flag waves.
Rev up and get ready for race day with Mission Foods. The world's best racers and tastiest products come together to make every race delicious. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy-to-make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Big news for car lovers everywhere. Now you can get Next Gen at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. Every Next Gen formula is built with advanced ceramic technology, and that means a deep gloss finish, serious protection, and long-lasting durability for your paint. World-class racing teams trust Next Gen to protect their race cars under the toughest conditions. And you can trust Next Gen to protect your car every day. Find Next Gen ceramic protection at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Get ready for race day with Stack Auto Lifts. The world's fastest racers and the most trusted garage lifts come together to elevate every moment on and off the track. From rugged 4-post lifts and powerful 2-post systems to space-saving single-post and scissor lifts, Stack Auto Lifts delivers strength, precision, and performance for every garage. Brought to you by Stack Auto Lifts, created by racers for racers. Proud partner of Race America for the 2026 season.
Welcome to RacingAmerica.tv. From the local short tracks to the road racing stars of Trans Am, we have you covered. Subscribe now for live access to over 200 grassroots races streaming all season long. Watch anytime, anywhere on your phone, tablet, or TV apps. Get a 10-year archive of grassroots races, plus behind-the-scenes NASCAR team coverage. And when the spotlight turns to Trans Am, Racing America brings you front-row access to the action. This is racing at every level. This is Racing America.
Welcome back to the Mission Foods presents Racing America at Road Atlanta. This is going to be a quick fan walk, but I want to point out something. Doug Winston's car is kind of this almost a Miami Dolphins color, ironically, because Jared Odrick won the Pro-Am championship last year. This color means he's running in the Pro-Am. And I got to give this the 250 years of the hands that build America. Doug, I'm sorry I can't talk to you. We're on a tight schedule, but he's got a new sponsor here. I absolutely love that. Doug does a lot with the trades and tradementor.org. Then we come over here to Alon Day, who had a very good showing with us at Sebring. Very fast driver, running in the National Pro Series. That's this more blue. So that's how we're going to know. So we're going to move through. There's 31 cars out here. We've got a lot of people that want to be out here, but we're going to try to get through. So we've got Stanton Barrett over here. Preston Peebles, I love seeing him out here. He was with us last year in the Revolutions and Radicals, and now he's with this. We've got Patrick Paul over here with that marble car. And Cale Phillips, and watch out, we do have some fans walking through here, but that's what this fan walk is, so I love it. I love having them out here. Then we've got Keith Prochuk with HP Tuners. Well, we got to get a shot of Roberto Sabato here, signing from his driver's seat. Absolutely love seeing that. That's what these fan walks are all about. We're going to come down here. We're going to try to make it over here, but I don't think I'm going to make it. But earlier, Alon was able to sit down with Laney Bice for an interview, a great piece. So let's hear from Laney Bice.
You're a 19-year-old from Georgia, getting ready to run a full season of the TA2 series. What got you interested in racing?
So I started racing when I was 10 years old. I just coincidentally saw it out the window when me and my dad were driving down the road one day. I saw this kart shop in Lovejoy, Georgia, and I begged my dad to take me in, and he took him a little bit of convincing, super relentless, so he finally took me in, and I had a go-kart the next week, and we both fell in love with it.
So you've done short track oval racing, you've done some of the ARCA series. This season you're running the full Cube 3 Architecture TA2 series. Why is this the place for you to be now in your progression?
It's so competitive and a great development series. I feel like this is exactly where I need to be and with what I'm trying to do right now. And that is, the plan is just to continue to develop and become the best that I can behind the wheel. And so this is where I need to be for that. And the community is great. The people are incredible. Team SLR is just, they've given me a great car, and I'm given the opportunity to look at data after every single session and just continue to really focus on being better behind the wheel and looking at a bigger picture as what could be down the road. And so this is definitely the place to be for that.
Work on your craft.
Yes, sir.
So how do you work on your craft? What's race prep like for a young driver?
A typical day for me, I wake up and I go into the WISE program and I work out, and then I'm given the opportunity to go into the sim room with Scott Speed, Dan Stratton, and Josh Wise is in there a lot too, and just run laps on the sim, and they coach me. And there's so much prep that goes into being prepared for a race weekend. If I have to put in the work every day to win races on the weekend, then that's exactly what I'm going to do.
In 5 years, I want to be...
In 5 years, I want to be in NASCAR. I want to be winning races. My whole goal is to win. I'm not exactly sure what the exact path is going to be for me, but I want to win in NASCAR, and I want to be the first female to do it.
Is it a conscious thing you think about as you're going about your business, what some young girl watching you might be thinking?
Definitely. I feel like, this sport, it's hard for females. It's not easy. We're seen differently. It just is what it is. Me doing my job on the racetrack opens up other opportunities for other females. There's a lot of really good females coming up right now. You have Jade Avedijan and you have Isabella Robusto coming up through the NASCAR world, and Mia Lovell, and really, really proud to be a part of this group that's coming up. And I'm excited to see what we can do for the sport.
We're excited to see what you can do this season.
Well, thank you very much. I want to point out we're about Tovo twins. I'm in front of Ethan Tovo's car, and right behind him is his twin brother in that other Toyota Camry. So stay tuned, because after the break, we're going to hear about and all from the Tovo twins.
Rev up and get ready for race day with Mission Foods. The world's best racers and tastiest products come together to make every race delicious. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Big news for car lovers everywhere. Now you can get Next Gen at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. Every Next Gen formula is built with advanced ceramic technology, and that means a deep gloss finish, serious protection, and long-lasting durability for your paint. World-class racing teams trust Next Gen to protect their race cars under the toughest conditions. And you can trust Next Gen to protect your car every day. Find Next Gen ceramic protection at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Get ready for race day with Stack Auto Lifts. The world's fastest racers and the most trusted garage lifts come together to elevate every moment on and off the track. From rugged 4-post lifts and powerful 2-post systems to space-saving single-post and scissor lifts, Stack Auto Lifts deliver strength, precision, and performance for every garage. Brought to you by Stack Auto Lifts, created by racers for racers. Proud partner of Race America for the 2026 season.
Welcome to RacingAmerica.tv. From the local short tracks to the road racing stars of Trans Am, we have you covered. Subscribe now for live access to over 200 grassroots races streaming all season long. Watch anytime, anywhere, on your phone, tablet, or TV apps. Get a 10-year archive of grassroots races, plus behind-the-scenes NASCAR team coverage. And when the spotlight turns to Trans Am, Racing America brings you front-row access to the action. This is racing at every level. This is Racing America.
Back live at Road Atlanta on a beautiful, beautiful March day. Had to catch my breath after that run back from the grid. Look at the crowd.
A lot of energy down on the grid.
A lot of fun. And speaking of down on the grid, we head back there now to Ben Sissel.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm down here with our friend Marvin Gray to deliver us our invocation. Please remove your hats.
Lord, we thank you for the opportunity to race here in the beauty of your creation. We are honored to be a part of this 60th anniversary season of Trans Am. And now we ask your blessing and protection on each and every one who's about the schedule today, the drivers, the crew, the officials, the workers, and a blessing on our fans. Thank you for coming out and supporting us. And right now, we especially think of our troops, the Israeli troops, those that are fighting in Iran. Lord, we pray for a just end to that war, a just end to the war in Ukraine. We pray your blessing on our safety forces, our hospital workers, all those who serve us. And we ask that in your name, Jesus. Amen.
Here, I got to introduce her. Because, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Marvin, but you're in for a special treat. She has done this a few seasons with us. Unbelievable voice down here. Lainey Ewers to deliver the national anthem. Lainey, take it away.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's lights last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Oh my goodness, Lainey Ewers, I loved that run at the end. Nice job. Absolutely beautiful. Gentlemen, I can't top that. Back to you in the booth.
I don't think we can either, Ben.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, so the drivers now to get strapped aboard these machines. 31 getting ready to go here for the traditional 100-mile sprint race that is Trans Am racing. And we've got everything in this field from 17-year-olds
even
16,
younger.
Yeah, 16 and 15-year-olds up to some drivers who've been doing this for a long time, looking to maintain their place atop this sport.
Yeah, they're going to have their hands full today. I tell you, these young, aggressive drivers, some of them, like I said, a few of them don't even have a driver's license. They're 15.
Yeah. We
got two twins that are out there, very accomplished drivers already. It's going to be just a lot of fun to see, the mixture of talent, the mixture of experience, and how it all plays out. 100 miles, no pit stop scheduled in this race. But it's just going to be an on-track slugfest.
And, of course, this racetrack defined by a couple of words, fast and, all right, two more words, full commitment required.
Yeah, I see that. I've heard that said about this track, and I've actually driven a few laps around it, probably without the commitment it takes to be competitive. but it does have a lot of character to it that you can't really see over a lot of hills. Don't know what's going to be on the other side of that. And you got to be committed to that throttle, especially on that backstretch.
There are a lot of blind corners here. They're fast blind corners. Helio Meza there, our pole sitter, told me that one of the things he loves about this racetrack is timing the blind corners. See, that's what makes lap time here, knowing where you're going and when you got to be there.
Yeah, it's a good thing to know where you're going. And for some of these drivers, I mean, just like Perez de Lara on the front row, it's his first time here.
Yeah.
To qualify up front like that, I think was amazing. And he's confident that he's going to be able to take the fight to Meza. And Meza's been the target for all these other drivers the last couple of races. So we'll see what they have for him.
So there, a look at the grid as the spectators and the pit crews are cleared away. Drivers get buckled aboard, all the safety equipment fastened, and in just a couple of moments, they'll be given the command to start engines, and we'll get today's race underway. It is a 40-lap race. 75-minute time limit is available if circumstances should provide. A year ago, this race became an outright slugfest, right from the start to just before the checkered flag. What'll today's be? Well, I'd be willing to slide a couple of shekels over on the side of. There'll be a few fenders wrinkled up.
I think so. I think that'd be a good bet, Al.
Yep. So we're waiting for the word to go down trackside. Again, on the front row is Helio Meza, the young driver from just outside of Houston who has been a sensation since he first strapped into one of these cars. And as Ben told you in the pre-race, only found out just before the season started that he was going to run for the championship this year. Well, he's made his name known in this series with an exclamation point. Perez de Lara in that 8 machine outside front row, regular in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, one-off race for him. The Stock Car Road Racing Series, a way to get experience behind the wheel.
No better way for any driver to get road racing, top-notch road racing experience than in this TA2 series. It's an amazing platform. We see the manufacturers really put the weight behind this. They've got development drivers in their fold that they put into this series because they know this is one of the best places that you can train and become an excellent road racer. So that's why you see him come here. Perez de Lara on the front row. He's confident that he can compete at this level with these guys, and he's proven it by starting on the front row.
Let's show you the course that's going to face these drivers today. We talked about the speed and the demands of this race course. A little over 2.5 miles around and 12 corners.
Yeah, you got 12 corners. This turn 1 is a fairly fast going down in there, a right-hander that kind of goes up. And I don't even know if you can call turn 2 a real turn, but it's got a little kink. Then you get into turn 3 starts the beginning of the S's, and that's where you hear a lot of the guys talk about the elevation. You can see it here, how they kind of go downhill, compress really hard down in that part of the S's, and then a big high acceleration climb up to turn 6. That's a 90-degree right-hander, real quick to another one, turn 7. That's a real critical corner to get down this long 909-foot straightaway to get to this hard left-hand turn, hard braking, to 10A, 10B, and then back down a hill to this sweeping right-hander, really fast as well, all the way to start-finish line.
So I did the track walk here Thursday night when the teams all got into the speedway to get ready for their test days and things. I don't think there's a foot of this 2.5 miles that's level. It's all either uphill, downhill, left camber, right camber. What a challenge for these drivers.
Well, that's what makes this track unique, and I think it's what makes it one of the great circuits on the road racing calendar, and that's why I love coming here. Been a few years since I've been here, but the character of this track has not changed.
This racetrack opened up back in 1970. It was built in just 6 months on what was 750 acres of farmland, and it has become a favorite of the drivers, and particularly of these Trans Am Series drivers. They love their yearly stop here at this circuit. So we're almost ready to go. The drivers are all strapped in. You see the grid has been cleared away, and it's just about time to go back trackside. Here's Ben Sissel.
Yeah, thank you so much. We have some special guests here from Pirelli, the Rome, Georgia maintenance and the facility that actually builds these tires. I heard that one of you is retiring, and I'm guessing just by pure coincidence, I'm guessing that's you. But here we go to deliver the most famous words of motorsports. Take it away, Pirelli.
Drivers, start your engines!
So we're ready to go with round number 2 of the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 series for this season. If you're new to this type of racing, these TA2 cars, all of the chassis have to come from one of 3 suppliers. All of the engines have to come from one of 3 suppliers. They're designed to be a very high-performance, lower-cost platform. Nothing in racing is low-cost.
There's nothing low-cost about racing, but yes.
Engines are about 450 to 500 horsepower, and there's no ABS, there's no traction control. They are drivers' machines. It's a lot of power. It's for these young drivers to learn how to manage. And again, with no pit stops, no tire changes, like you were talking about, you have to have something left at the end to go try and race for the win.
Yeah, these tires, they're really good, but they don't tolerate a whole lot of abuse. And then the transmissions are H-pattern shifters. They're not the sequential boxes you see in the Trans Am cars and some other racing series. But they, the drivers get really, really good experience driving these kind of cars that prepares them to move up to the next level.
And within the 31-car grid, there are 2 different categories of drivers. The pro drivers, those who are full-time racers and are making their living at driving these race cars. And then the Pro-Am Championship, created to give some of the drivers that are a bit more experienced but have other careers a chance to compete for wins of their own. Against the 15 and 20-year-olds that are out here trying to make it higher up the racing ladder.
Yeah, these are guys in the Pro-Am series that are not making a living, not trying to actually do this professionally. That's not to say they're not good. There's some really good Pro-Am drivers out here, and they can compete for the overall win. And I wouldn't be surprised one day you see one of these Pro-Am drivers mixing it up at the front.
Our track facts, you see the 12 turns of this just over 2.5-mile circuit. And as you watch this opening parade lap, there'll be 2 pace laps before the green flag. Look at the elevation changes just in this one part of the racetrack. Right? Down, up, left, right.
Yeah, you can see some patchwork down there in the bottom of that part of the S's that does compress the cars and works the suspension pretty hard right in that area.
And so let's talk about these 31 drivers that are getting ready to go. On pole, Helio Meza going for a 3rd straight win alongside Andres Perez de Lara, the 20-year-old NASCAR Truck Series regular, making his first TA2 start. Row 2, New York City's Adrian Vlastowski, fresh off his first ever podium, alongside Noah Harmon, looking to bounce back after a crazy Sebring opener. Row 3, the 3-time champion Rafa Matos, overcoming a mechanical issue Thursday to qualify 5th. And Sam Corey, last year's championship runner-up. Row 4 is Gian Bufamonte from the Chicago area, finished 4th in the championship last season. And local rising star Graham Jacobson from Marietta, his high school prom last Saturday, racing at 160 miles an hour on this Saturday. Row 5, the 2022 champion and former winner here, Thomas Merrill from California, and Laney Bice from Jackson, Georgia, who you heard from in our pre-race. In Pro-Am, Jared Odrick, last season's champions, the top qualifier, 12th overall, 7 spots ahead of the next fastest Pro-Am driver. Those more experienced racers who aren't full-time professional racers, there is the rest of the 31 cars starting grid for today's Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series round at Road Atlanta. So 1 lap before the green flag as the field crosses the start-finish line, this time by.
Cool morning this morning, but now it's warmed up nice. Track temp is coming up. You see the drivers warming the tires up. I was kind of concerned that if we didn't have sunlight and we had these cool temperatures that it would be hard to get them warmed up, but they've got a good track condition today, and they'll finish getting these tires warm by the time we get over there to the long back straightaway.
Look at some of our onboard views. Adrian Blastowski has an onboard camera for us from that inside of row 2. Noah Harmon from the outside of row 2 also has an onboard look.
Yeah, we should get some good pictures from those 2 cars.
There's Ethan Tovo. Mentioned the Tovo twins, one of the 2 twins driving the Dick's Sporting Goods machine. Number 10 lined up in 11th on the grid.
Yep,
and the other brother, Jackson Tovo, driving car number 30, lined up in 16th. Jackson, the older of the 2 twins, by 20 minutes.
Yeah, I've talked to him, spent some time with him down at Sebring in our first race, and just amazing that you've got 15-year-old drivers that are out here running in a very, very competitive high-level series. I said, do you know how lucky you are to be doing this? He said, yes, sir, I do.
Yeah, he did. Right away, too. All right, so as the field makes its way back around toward the green flag, Andy mentioned it's warmed up a lot. It was in the 30s yesterday morning when we came out to the racetrack for the practice and qualifying day. But beautiful conditions here today, 66 degrees, very little wind, and no threat of rain. Beautiful blue Georgia skies overhead.
It couldn't be a better day for racing.
So lights out on the pace car. When the field comes up to turn 10, turn 10A and 10B is when the drivers have to stop the warming the tires and double up in rows of 2. They'll come down the hill to turn number 12, and the pole sitter will be in command of the field. 18-year-old Helio Meza from Spring, Texas. Chevrolet development driver who, by the way, when he leaves here tonight, is running down to the Atlanta airport and flying to Mexico to race in the NASCAR Mexico Series season opener tomorrow in San Luis. So here we go. The distance is 40 laps, 101.6 miles, 75-minute time limit. Hopefully we don't need it. And on the front row, a couple of Chevrolets. It's Meza on the inside in the 28 machine. And to his outside, it's Perez de Lara in another Chevy Camaro. Pace car is off. And round 2 of the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series is green. Everybody makes it through the first couple of corners. Now that fast section of S's. Yeah, downhill, uphill, back and forth.
They need to sort some of this out before they get to the S's, but you see still some side-by-side racing through there. Meza getting a good jump on the start to create a little bit of a gap on his teammate.
Deeply back uphill, now to a heavy braking zone. The downhill, look at the roller coaster downhill run. Now the braking zone, turn 6, that's a banked corner. Gives you a chance to launch off turn 7, much heavier braking spot where you can try and make a pass.
This is a critical corner to get this. The exit speed here is so important because it leads to a really long straightaway where they reach their top speed.
Again, the roller coaster.
When you sit down in one of these cars, you don't see, past hardly just in front of you. You can see how they rise and fall. Sometimes it reveals something you may not want to see on the other side of that.
Tricky spot here. The right left. Left-right, actually. 10A, 10B. Heavy downhill blind spot under the bridge. Right-hand turn 12. Full commitment corner. And Meza leads lap 1. Perez de Lara settles in second. Blavstowski is third. Fourth is Noah Harmon. Rafa Matos is fifth. On board Harmon. On the scoring ticker, the blue number tabs are the pro drivers. The red are the Pro-Am drivers. So you can keep track of where that competition stands easily with a look to the left of the screen.
You see, with a track like this, they have to have suspension systems. They can't just lock them down on the stops and try to keep them as low as possible, because there is so much character in this track that you got to let the wheels move a little bit, have some suspension travel, and also offer grip. It would be better probably to hold them lower at a better attitude for aero, but there's just so much mechanical grip necessary here that they don't do that.
This spot right here, such high speed.
It really is. I mean, you're going so fast down into a 90-degree, left, then back to the right. Down gear, about 2 gears to go through there. And then down this hill to the main straight to the start-finish line. That's kind of feels like an off-camber right-hand turn down a hill. It'll get your stomach coming through there.
So you look on the line a little bit deeper in traffic. One car skimming
got
the
one
dirt, but kept it in line. So that 19 car, talking about trying to have a look in line, that's the 17-year-old from Marietta, Graham Jacobson. Last weekend here at Road Atlanta. Raced Saturday in a local SCCA club race. Went back to his high school prom Saturday night in Marietta. Came back here Sunday, raced again. And had his best qualifying of his young TA2 career yesterday here at his home track. Jacobson running right now in the 9th position, just behind Gian Buffalmonte. Jacobson inside. Laney Bice right behind him. Another Georgia driver. Third place here.
I mean, you can see 160 miles an hour plus before they get on the brakes and down gear to go in this left-hander.
So Adrian Blavstowski, the New York City driver.
Yeah, Noah
pressured there by Noah Harmon for that number 3 spot. Here's a look ahead from Harmon, Silver Hair Racing Chevrolet. And one driver along the pit lane, that is Matt Ray, the Pro-Am driver from Minnesota, who's got some early problems and is on the pit lane just a couple laps into this race. So 19, black and green car there is Jacobson. 27, black machine, that's Laney Bice. And right behind them, not this further ahead, that's Blavstowski, Harmon, and Rafa Matos racing for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Adrian Blavstowski, popular driver in the series, was always 4th through 6th place last year, always 4th through 6th. In the hunt for his first ever podium at Sebring last race, had the restart coming to the white flag. He never knew the race was going to be restarted. Plummeted backward through the field to about 10th, made his way back up to 4th, and was really kind of ticked off that he had missed out on his chance for his first podium. And then a post-race penalty was passed out to a driver ahead of him, and he got moved up a spot into 3rd. He said he celebrated his first podium, not on the podium at Sebring, but with his feet up on his desk in his office in New York City, sipping on a collectible bottle of Coke that he popped open to celebrate
so
the
that was
occasion.
his podium celebration.
No champagne, but, a glass bottle nonetheless. You heard Blavstowski say what he loves about this racetrack is, he said, it separates the sim drivers from the real drivers. The amount of commitment it takes to go at the speeds you go through these blind corners.
Yeah, the sim is basically a visual experience, and that's the thing about this track. It's so many G's left, right, up, and down. that you don't get that sensation in the sim. And the visuals are limited, right? Because, like you said, we go over a lot of these different areas of the track where you can't actually see or predict where the track's going. And the sim's always really a good tool. I talked to some of the drivers that do use that a lot and have gained a lot from it. This is one of those tracks that it doesn't necessarily carry right over.
Ray back in the race after some mechanical repairs by his team along the pit lane. So it's going to be one of our starters on the speedway at the moment.
Noah Harmon still putting some pressure on Adrian up ahead of him.
Noah Harmon. Harmon, 20-year-old from DeLand, Florida, student at UCF. He was one of those in the mix last week at Sebring, got shuffled off, shuffled someone else off. Kind of an eventful day.
Yeah, we got one off here, speaking of going off track.
Into the gravel.
Looks like he's not going to hit anything, but that's going to be a hard place to get back on from.
That's Jacobson. That's the local driver, Graham Jacobson. In the 19, Stan Barrett Motorsports. He's off just outside of turn 1. Waiting to see if he will continue or if we'll see more than just a local yellow.
The local yellow down there right now.
Yep.
Not sure he's going to be able to get out of that area.
So reduced speed and no passing under a local yellow.
Yeah, he's still down there. They may have to put a full force to get him recovered. In the meantime, it looks like the lead stabilized a little bit between Perez de Lara and Meza, because Meza jumped out there and got such a big lead early, but now it's stabilized and actually gone the other way a little bit.
Yeah, but 2.6 seconds between the front two for the last several laps. 6 seconds back to that race for third, but that one's a pretty good contest, third, fourth, and fifth. Looking a little bit deeper into the field, Alon Day has moved up nicely since the start. The driver from Tel Aviv, Israel, former four-time NASCAR Euro Series champion, had a crash yesterday, was not able to qualify while the Team SLR group repaired his machine. He started out the back of all of the TA2 cars and has made his way up nicely several spots in the early going. So full course yellow is out. We have a couple of cars who are stopped. We had Graham Jacobson, whose car appears to have gotten refired and moved from turn 1, but now off of turn number 12. Oh no, he's still there in turn 1. But off of number 12, we've got another car, Preston Peebles, who has come to a stop right up against the tire barrier off the final corner. Skidded off the final corner and into the tire barrier, almost kind of hidden from us here in the tower, right down in front of us. So
that's a tricky little place
there it is.
You slip off the track, I mean, just even a wheel at that corner, if you're going straight to that tire barrier. Looks like that's what's happened.
Peeble is a 35-year-old from Saco, Maine, making his debut in TA2 racing. Done a lot of regional racing around the Northeast. Extremely fit guy when you meet him. Then you find out the business he's in is he owns gyms.
So what you're saying is he's doing it on purpose.
Yep. So yellow number 1 out. As Mission Foods presents Racing America from Road Atlanta. It's the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 series. Pretty early on in this one, we have completed 7 of 40 laps. Helio Meza has led them all. We're into the first full course yellow of the race.
Rev up and get ready for race day with Mission Foods. The world's best racers and tastiest products come together to make every race delicious. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy-to-make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Big news for car lovers everywhere. Now you can get Next Gen at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. Every Next Gen formula is built with advanced ceramic technology, and that means a deep gloss finish, serious protection, and long-lasting durability for your paint. World-class racing teams trust Next Gen to protect their race cars under the toughest conditions. And you can trust Next Gen to protect your car every day. Find Next Gen ceramic protection at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Get ready for race day with Stack Auto Lifts. The world's fastest racers and the most trusted garage lifts come together to elevate every moment on and off the track. From rugged 4-post lifts and powerful 2-post systems to space-saving single-post and scissor lifts, Stack Auto Lifts deliver strength, precision, and performance for every garage. Brought to you by Stack Auto Lifts, created by racers for racers. Proud partner of Race America for the 2026 season.
Welcome to RacingAmerica.tv. From the local short tracks to the road racing stars of Trans Am, we have you covered. Subscribe now for live access to over 200 grassroots races streaming all season long. Watch anytime, anywhere on your phone, tablet, or TV apps. Get a 10-year archive of grassroots races, plus behind-the-scenes NASCAR team coverage. And when the spotlight turns to Trans Am, Racing America brings you front-row access to the action. This is racing at every level. This is Racing America.
Pace car heading the field as we're under full course yellow here at our Cube 3 Architecture TA2 race. There is Graham Jacobson, the first off exiting turn 12 that wound up with him over in the gravel off turn 1. And then you see the Preston Peebles car being attended to by the safety crews. Driver has climbed from the machine and walked away, but looking to get that car extracted from the tire barriers where it has come to rest. So a 2.5-second lead for Helio Meza erased, and a chance for everybody to regroup and think about. So far, highlight of the day for me, the race for third has been really good between Wlostowski, Harmon, and Matos. And looking back on the Pro-Am standings, Jared Odrick is still in 11th place overall and leading Pro-Am, with his rival for the title a year ago, Keith Prochek, second in Pro-Am. About 7 or 8 cars behind him in the general running order. Let's check downstairs with Ben Sissel.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Alan. I'm down here with Scott Lagasse Jr. Man, you're having another great weekend. You got 4 cars out there. Where are they at right now?
1, 2, 10, and 16 right now. So, and the 16th place cars coming forward. I'm very happy. We've got a phenomenal organization. Phenomenal drivers, Josh, Scott, GM, Eric, everybody, Lauren. Like, they keep sending me drivers. They're incredible. It makes it really nice.
Yeah, it makes it really nice and easy work, and I'm hearing all the strategies on how to deal with all of the drivers, but it's been unbelievable. Helio Meza, man, just unbelievable so far, so nice job on that, but I'm going to send it back up to you guys in the booth.
Yeah, Ben, I'll tell you, Scott Lagasse Jr. has a great program. I spent a lot of time with him this weekend talking about his different drivers and how they prepare, for themselves and how they prepare as a team. And he was talking about the team at General Motors. That was, Scott Speed and Josh Wise. They have a program where they develop drivers from every angle. I mean, from physical fitness to eye-hand coordination, sim work, all these things that they do to make their drivers better. And he's taking advantage of that. He says that, for Meza, he's the one that just takes it to another level, almost forcing his other drivers to up their game.
Yeah, that's right.
And as you can see, it's really working. I mean, he's saying that, they try to bring a better car every week. Everybody does. But he says, this kid, he comes every week, he comes better. He comes back a better race car driver because of the development and the investment that you see General Motors and Chevrolet putting into these drivers.
So it's still got cars in two different corners that need one needing a rollback, the other needing more equipment to extract it from the tire barrier. So let's take a break. Full course yellow number 1 here at Road Atlanta. Helio Meza has led all the laps so far as we work this yellow flag.
Born on America's greatest racetracks, developed in the Top Liner Lab, tested where it matters most. At every turn, every lap, every win. A protective coating engineered under extreme conditions, applied with precision, designed to last. For high-speed laps and for the people who keep America moving. Top Liner. Dealer opportunities nationwide. Inquire for your area at topliner.com.
You know, now that it's
Okay, so pretend this is your race car. It's on the trailer, and you have an accident. Ouch! At least your truck's insurance will pay for another one? Yeah, not so fast. Standard insurance won't replace your race car, whether it's in the trailer, in the paddock, in the garage, or the repair shop. But at Hagerty, we can protect it for what it's really worth anytime it's off the track. No matter what or where you race, offer less than a set of race tires. Hagerty, let's drive together.
Continuing to clean up both in turn 12 and turn 1 as we've had two cars with different problems in different corners of the racetrack, and the extended full course yellow gives us a chance to have a look back at some of the early action in our race. I talked about the highlight for me so far being the race for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Adrian Blufstowski, Noah Harmon, Rafa Matos there, 3, 7, and 12 respectively. They've been going at it.
They have been going at it. I'm kind of wondering maybe if Harmon, he was one of those I felt like could contend for the win, and maybe he's been held up a little bit through here. This some difficult places to make a pass when the cars are this even, and you go through some. Your car can be stronger, but you can be held up in some areas where you won't have an opportunity to pass. And I think that's kind of happening with Harmon right now. Although Adrian has been good lately, I just think Harmon's a little better.
All right, let's check downstairs again with Ben.
So Andy Petrie was just saying that your car, Noah Harmon, seems to be a little bit faster than that number 3. So what's your driver saying on the radio?
Yeah, he's saying that behind the 3s a little bit, just caught up. He's faster than him in the S's, and then on the straightaway, the 3 seems to be able to keep his momentum a little bit more. So it's hard for him to find a place for him to pass. But he said the car's really good. He's not trying to push it hard early right now, so he's just going to see how this replay starts out and just try to get around him and make his way to the front.
Well, gentlemen, back up to you in the booth.
Thanks, Ben. Yeah, I can kind of confirm my suspicion that maybe they do have a little better car. If they can just get past the one in front of them, maybe you can catch the leader.
Well, isn't that the object of this whole thing?
That
Get
is.
past the one in front of you?
That's the guy in front of you.
Be where there's nobody in front of you. All right, finish it up, clean up here in turn 12. Brought a forklift out, put some of the tire barrier back in place. They have removed the Graham Jacobson car from turn number 1, and so we should be able to get the green flag back out very, very quickly. So, again, a 40-lap race distance with 30 to go as they work under the yellow flag. Running order, Helio Meza is the leader. Andres Perez de Lara is second. Adrian Blufstowski is third. Noah Harmon is fourth. And Rafa Matos is 5th. Sam Corey 6th. Thomas Merrill 7th. Gian Buffalati 8th. Ethan Tobo 9th. And Laney Bice is 10th. Jared Odrick is the Pro-Am leader. He's in 11th. Gavin Gleitzman is 12th. Tanner Wright, after having a problem the other day and his crew needing to repair the front end of that car, significant repairs, Rife is running in 13th. Jackson Tovo is 14th. Jace Denmark is 15th. Alon is 16th. Eric Caton 17th. Keith Prochek is 18th. Second in Pro-Am. Roberto Sabato is 19th. And third in Pro-Am. Patrick Paul rounds out the top 20, and he is fourth in Pro-Am with Cale Phillips fifth. All right, so we're going to go racing this time.
Yep, we're going to see now whether Perez de Lara has something for Meza. I talked to him yesterday after qualifying. He said, I'll let him have that practice session and then that qualifying run. He says, but I'm going to take it to him tomorrow. He's felt very confident that he was going to be able to race Meza for this win. So we're going to see. This is his opportunity coming up to see what he's got.
Perez de Lara running in second in a one-off race for him.
Yeah, this is his first time at Road Atlanta and in one of these cars. So I guess we got to cut him a little bit of slack that he wasn't right on his bumper to start with, but it looked like he figured a few things out before that caution.
Perez de Lara, the Arkham and Art Series champion from 2024, 2022 NASCAR Mexico Challenge Series champion. He is currently seventh in the championship in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series after the first three races of the season. So here we come now, down to turn 10, 10A, 10B. 3 Chevys, 2 Fords in the top 5. First Dodge is 7th. The only Dodge in the field, by the way. And the first Toyota is in 8th position. Into the restart zone we go. And green flag. I love the visuals of this racetrack, too. Look at that camera shot.
That is just a great representation of the racetrack. And those S's, how you come down in the hill, down to the bottom out, come back up to the top. Meza again, though, with a good jumping to create some space there for second place. But we got some side-by-side action with it. Looks like the Dodge making a move, Alan.
The red and black car is Ethan Tovo in the Toyota. The Dodge is Thomas Merrill. And they sort that one out in the favor of Tovo. So Merrill now back to 9th position. Lost a couple of spots in this opening lap after the restart for the former champion, former winner here in that black and blue number 26 Dodge. Side by side Alon in that white and blue roofed number 17. Try to make his way back through after starting deep in the field after a crash led to an all-day rebuilding job yesterday.
Yeah, he had the boys busy down in the on the paddock trying to get that car fixed. He kind of felt bad about it. We talked to him a little bit. He kind of felt bad that he had made his guys work so hard. Had to get the engine out and replace the front end. A lot of work.
Black and silver 00 car is Jared Odrick, Pro-Am leader. They're racing with Jackson Tovo for 13th and 14th overall. Don't forget, you can get all your favorite racing action on the Racing America free streaming channel, 24/7 on Amazon Prime Video, the Roku channel, and My Free DirecTV. Got live racing, got original content from Trans Am and the grassroots and NASCAR racing. We've got all kinds of stuff on the Racing America channel, 24/7 Racing Fix. Appreciate you joining us today on Racing America as we bring you live TA2 racing, Q3 Architecture TA2 series from Road Atlanta. Here's Sam Corey and Noah Harmon.
Yeah, Sam Corey now making a move to the front. We thought Harmon might be having the faster car, but looks like Corey might be the guy right now.
So Roccomatos through Harmon, and Corey, contact there. And here comes Gian Buffamani looking for some running room in that 95 Toyota. And they're not done yet. Look at the stack up here behind Harmon. There's Buffamani. And Ethan Tovo right behind him.
You can see how they just sling these cars into the corners. some of the guys say it, this car drives with the tire that's on them, almost like a bi-fly tire, where you can really slide the car around.
You mentioned Jared Odrick a few times today. One of the things Jared told me, I said, how are you a better driver this year than last? And he talked about driving the car with the rear tires. That sounds counterintuitive since the steering wheels work in the front tires. What do they mean?
Well, what that means is you got to kind of get that car balanced where you can, the front tires just do what you tell them. There's not much you can do. If they won't turn, that's really the car. But those rear tires are more controlled by the driver and the seat of the pants. And I'll tell you, over my years of my career, the guys that can operate those rear tires at a higher slip angle are always the guys that are faster. And if you can follow some of these guys. These in-car shots will illustrate it sometimes too. When you see how they can control the back of the car, even when it's sliding a little bit, that right there makes speed, and that's what he's talking about, and that's what it takes to be a top-notch driver.
So Helio Meza has opened up a gap of 1.7 seconds since the restart over Andres Perez de Lara. Adrian Lostowski's third, Rafa Mato's fourth. Now Noah Harmon has slipped back to fifth position, where he's trying to hang on there with that hungry pack of drivers led by Sam Corey trying to chase him down.
You just watch, Meza is just so disciplined in every part of the racetrack, whether it's on the brakes, in those S's right there, just like surgically maneuvering through there. I think that's where that prep we talked about earlier really pays off. He's just such a professional, even at a young age.
Onboard Ethan Tovo here, back in the 8th position, chasing Gian Buffamante in 7th. Sam Corey ahead.
Yeah, just think, Ethan's going to be old enough to get a driver's license next year.
15 years old, from the Chicago area, now relocated to North Carolina to take advantage of the Toyota Driver Development Program. Behind the wheel of this Toyota for Nitro Motorsports. Coke chassis machine. And his debut in TA2 at Sebring a couple of weeks ago, qualified 4th, finished 4th. He is 4th in the championship starting today.
It's a great shot. See, coming up over that ride, don't even see the track till it kind of reveals as you're coming down that off-camber right-hander, coming down the hill to the start-finish line.
Crazy to look at that, right?
I can remember the first lap I ever drove around here. I'm like, wow, how do you race on this track?
Because when you crest that hill, the only pavement you can see ahead is actually the alternate pit road to driver's left.
Very deceiving.
They have 2 paddock areas here at Road Atlanta. They've got one to driver's left and one to driver's right as you come down the main straightaway. The Trans Am and TA2 cars utilize the one to driver's right, but there's that alternate pit lane entry is the only thing you can see from behind the wheel for a couple of seconds when you crest that hill. Corey, Buffamante, Tovo, then a little gap back, Merrill, Bice, and Wright. Next in line, Alon is up to 12th in that repaired Chevrolet. And man on a mission. That's Day back there with the blue hood and roof on the car, trying to catch that next pack of traffic.
Yeah, it's really difficult. Starting the back, you don't have pit stops. It's not a long race. You got to figure out a way to pass every one of these positions. They're not going to be it's not going to be an easy pass from a fast pit stop or something like that. So you just got 100 miles to get it done.
There's Day in the 17 machine, working on Tanner Wright in that 75.
Did a good job repairing the car. It looks like it's plenty fast.
Alon from Tel Aviv, Israel. If you follow the headlines, you know that there's a lot of tension and a lot of things going on overseas. Day has not been able to go home since that Sebring race the first week of March. He will be able to go back home tonight. He's got a 3-month-old daughter at home, and you can imagine that being
he's
over
looking
here,
forward to getting home.
Yeah, focusing on racing with some of the events happening around his home area has been more than a little stressful. But he's here doing his job and looking forward to getting on a plane tonight and making, what did he tell us it was going to be, like about a 20-hour trip by the time he got home?
Yeah, it sounded like it was going to be a long night and day.
We're still watching this race for 6th, 7th, and 8th. Sam Corey in that 70. Young driver from North Carolina, last year's TA2 championship runner-up in his first full season in the series. Qualified 10th at Sebring in the opener, moved up to 5th. Here last year, was running close to the front as we've got a challenge here.
Here's a little
Noah Harmon back by.
Braking competition. See if he can swap over and get him here. Nope.
That's tough to do there.
Yeah, it is. I was going to see if that worked.
Yeah. So Harmon regaining some lost ground from earlier, and Matos fading back just a touch. Harmon in the 7, Matos in the 12. Matos, another one, had a mechanical problem during the test day here, and the Stan Barrett Racing team made the repairs they needed to make, came back qualified 5th yesterday. The all-time leader in wins and championships in TA2 racing. Out there showing these young guys.
Yeah, tons of experience. This guy really knows what he's doing, and he's proving it right now.
Out there showing these young guys, hey, I'm not done yet.
That's right. He said it's not about how old you are, it's about hitting your marks. That's what he said in pre-race.
Yeah. So Harmon, after fading back a couple of spots, has moved back to the number 4 position.
Yeah, that cycling on the tires, letting them cool off and go back to restart, doesn't seem to have really suited this 7 car for Noah Harmon. I really thought he was the one that was going to be charging. But then he got past and looks like he's the one that's trying to catch up now.
Now watch the view here. Oh, side by side, Corey and Matos. And Corey not able to make the move. That's for 5th and 6th there as they come toward turn 1. 7th and 8th, Bufamonte and Ethan Tovo lined up right there. Cars jumping those curves. We were talking when we did the track walk the other day, there's a couple of those spots where those curbs run out, and if you're still not on the black pavement, you're going to hit like a 2 or 3 inch drop off with one of those tires.
Yeah, and it's been kind of wet, dried up really good today, but it was like a mud puddle on some of those where you drop down 6-8 inches in some cases.
So all this happening well behind leader Helio Meza, who is 3.6 seconds ahead of Andres Perez de Lara. If you'd like to get closer to Trans Am action and those who compete in it, I want to highly recommend you tune into Racing America and watch Road to Glory, which is a documentary series. Takes you behind the scenes with the drivers and their careers, the races, and the preparation for the races, and of course everything that goes on in Trans Am Series 60th anniversary season. This week, our new episode features Helio Meza, and what a story he is. Born deaf and had cochlear implants put in, but as his racing career progressed, there were questions whether he'd be able to be a professional race driver. Could he hear the spotters and the crew chiefs on the radio? His dad, Jose, developed a device to adapt Helio's hearing system so he could hear on the radio inside the car. And it's a great story. You'll want to see it. It's on Road to Glory. Check it out on Racing America and all of our platforms. So Jared Odrick is on pit lane. The Pro-Am leader has come down the pit lane just shy of halfway in this race, and that is
looks like he may have a tire down. I saw him, it looks like the left front could be down. Maybe. No, he's been off track. Yeah, he had to get that grass clear to keep the car from running hot.
Yeah, look at the steam coming out. All right, so that hands the Pro-Am lead off to Roberto Sabato, the Canadian native, now living in southwest Florida. So Sabato now the Pro-Am leader over Keith Procek and Cale Phillips. Don't count Odrick out. He could be right back in this thing if he gets a full course yellow to let him close back up the rest of the field. Look at this. Matos and Bufamonte and Tovo.
Yeah, Corey was able to get by Matos, and now he's pulled away. Now the battle's behind Matos.
A little fender flapping loose from that contact. And here comes Ethan Tovo inside turn 1.
Got the spot.
And Gian Buffamati looking to see if he can keep that door open. Not quite yet. But Adrian Blastowski is down pit lane. Blastowski is down pit lane from third spot. I thought that was him. I saw a flash by from that onboard view going down the straightaway.
Wonder if he has a similar issue. Now it looks like he may have something else going on.
We're running for a jack stand. An H-pattern transmission. Wonder if it got hung or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that is one of the problems with that kind of a transmission, that it can malfunction, get hung between gears.
So we're across halfway as leader Helio Meza streaks by the pit lane and goes to turn one and puts Adrian Blastowski a lap down.
That's a shame.
Tough.
He was running good.
Yeah.
Harmon and Corey.
So this is...
Looks like that damage that Matos has is affecting his car a little bit.
So Rafa Matos back in 6th place. Gian Buffamati there trying to get by him. Gian in that 95 car, 17-year-old from Naperville, Illinois, in his 2nd season of TA2 competition. Son of 2018 TA2 champ Tony, who's 3rd all-time in TA2 wins. 3rd-generation racer, actually. His grandfather's always usually at the racetrack as well, along with Tony. Named this week one of 15 finalists for the IMSA Diverse Drivers Scholarship. And, you know, all these drivers looking for opportunity, looking for funding. The recognition for Gian and his accomplishments here in TA2 racing to be recognized for that.
Yeah, this is a pretty high-level road racing series, and if you can have some success here, you'll open some eyes.
Alon Day has just cracked the top 10. He got by Laney Bice and moved into the number 10 spot. Here is that race coming back down to the heavy braking zone, turn 10.
Looks like he's going to get that spot, at least for now.
And does. So Buffamati up to 6th position, and Matos going to fall back to 7th. 8th is Merrill. 9th is Rife with Alon Day right on his tail, headed for turn 1. Blue cars at the back of this line. Merrill in the Dodge. Then 75 Rife. And 17 Day. Another one on pit road. Gavin Gleitzman, a 16-year-old, down the pit lane. So anything on pit road, an unscheduled stop here in a Trans Am or TA2 race. This
like Dave putting some pressure on Tanner Rife.
I'll say this about Alon Day. He's the show. I told him this the other day, too. At Sebring, right? The race didn't end up working out. The car ended up getting all beaten up and the fenders flapping off it, but he was a show at Sebring.
He's a wheel man. He put on a show in practice, too, and it cost him a little bit. Looks like Adrian's got his car refired now, back out on the track. Tough day for Lasowski because he was right there with him. Looked like he had a good shot at another podium.
So looking back here, that blue Dodge coming at you, Thomas Merrill.
Good looking car, that Dodge.
39-year-old from Salinas, California, 2022 TA2 national champion. Was the winner here a couple of years ago, 2024. And Merrill driving the Cope race cars, HP Tuners Dodge Challenger. Started his racing season off in Daytona Beach with a Michelin Pilot Series race win.
Alon Day looking for just a peak of daylight.
Protective line here around the outside. Tanner Rife.
That was pretty impressive around the outside for Rife.
And Alon Day going to try and follow through. While we watch this, Ben can tell us a little more about what's been going on down in the pit lane with Adrian Listowski.
Yeah, I'm down here with Adrian Lostowski's pits, and he came in and actually said he thought it was a drive shaft issue. So you can see they were able to pull a drive shaft out, ready to replace, which I've never seen through the race, but they jacked it up and realized it's just a transmission issue. But he may be out there running Road Atlanta with some missing gears, which is not ideal. Back up to you guys, gentlemen.
All right, Ben, thanks. We got another one stopped. Looks like Jim Gallagher has stopped down in turn 1. Local yellow is waving down in that corner. So Gallagher, the Pro-Am driver from the Seattle area.
They making a move on Merrill here, too.
There he is right there, just past pit exit. Driver's left. So keeping an eye on that one. Merrill running 9th, Day running 10th. Curbs. The visuals at this racetrack are terrific, aren't they?
Not much chance for a pass through the S's, but now looking for an opportunity getting up into the turn 6 area.
Oh, did he get into contact? Or was that just heavy braking in the smoke there?
It could have been, yeah, locking up a wheel, but it looks like Day gets the spot.
So Alon Day now into 9th position. Merrill back to 10th. Laney Bice is next in line in that black number 27 machine. Looking back at Pro-Am, Roberto Sabato is still the leader, running 15th overall over Keith Procek and Cale Phillips. Those are your top 3 in Pro-Am. And they're all running together on the racetrack in 15th, 16th, and 17th in line. You know, one of the things that happens when you build a 6.8-second lead? We don't see much of you on TV. Right. But that lead is gone because full course yellow number 2 is being waved for that car. Stopped in turn number 1 in kind of a bad spot that can't get going. So the yellow flag out with 15 laps to go in our 40-lap scheduled distance. And a racing, again, that 6.8-second lead that Helio Meza had built up over Andres Perez de Lara. So caution out, field slows, pace car out, safety trucks going to retrieve the Gallagher machine down in turn number 1. And we'll take a break as we come to you with Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Racing live from Road Atlanta.
Rev up and get ready for race day with Mission Foods. The world's best racers and tastiest products come together to make every race delicious. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Said I don't want to wish Meza any bad luck.
Everywhere. Now
but it'd be good if he maybe didn't get such
your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. Every next-gen formula is built with advanced ceramic technology, and that means a deep gloss finish, serious protection, and long-lasting durability for your paint. World-class racing teams trust Next-Gen to protect their race cars under the toughest conditions. And you can trust Next-Gen to protect your car every day. Find Next-Gen ceramic protection at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Get ready for race day with Stack Auto Lifts. The world's fastest racers and the most trusted garage lifts come together to elevate every moment on and off the track. From rugged 4-post lifts and powerful 2-post systems to space-saving single-post and scissor lifts, Stack Auto Lifts delivers strength, precision, and performance for every garage. Brought to you by Stack Auto Lifts, created by racers for racers. Proud partner of Race America for the 2026 season.
Welcome to RacingAmerica.tv. From the local short tracks to the road racing stars of Trans Am, we have you covered. Subscribe now for live access to over 200 grassroots races streaming all season long. Watch anytime, anywhere on your phone, tablet, or TV apps. Get a 10-year archive of grassroots races, plus behind-the-scenes NASCAR team coverage. And when the spotlight turns to Trans Am, Racing America brings you front-row access to the action. This is racing at every level. This is Racing America.
Under the second full course yellow of our Q3 Architecture TA2 Series race today here in Georgia. And does a couple of things. It races the 6.8-second lead that Helio Meza had over Andres Perez de Lara. Also, remember Jared Odrick hit it under the green flag earlier, stayed on the lead lap. This brings him back to the tail of the Pro-Am pack.
Huge break for Jared.
And a chance for him to scrap his way through in these final laps of the race. Let's go downstairs to Ben.
Yeah, I'm down here with Rob White, who's Roberto Sabato is actually leading in Pro-Am. Roberto, I'm so proud of you. He's been working really hard on it. So, Rob, what's he saying on the radio?
He's hot, but he's having a great race. The competition here is phenomenal, and he's loving every minute of it.
I love it. Roberto runs the Canadian and Italian flag on his car. He's with 6 gears, so watch out for him. Roberto Sabato leading in Pro-Am. Back to you, gentlemen.
Yeah, Ben, great group. Always fun to talk to. And having a great day today here at Road Atlanta. But there's work still to be done to get to the finish of this one. And there's work to be done here tomorrow as well as we come right back here to this same circuit for the Trans Am Series race. Mission Foods Trans Am Racing tomorrow here on Racing America. We start with our pre-race coverage at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. RacingAmerica.tv. If you want to find out more about other places you might access the telecast, check out transamlive.com. So 11:30 tomorrow for pre-race green flag shortly after noon. There's Roberto, our Pro-Am leader, 63-year-old, now living in Bonita Springs, Florida. Got his first TA2 Pro-Am win last summer at Watkins Glen. Followed it up with a pole and a win up at his home track, Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. And looking for another victory here. So those cars passing through the pit lane are lap-down cars being sorted back.
That's a huge break for Jared Odrick. I think he's got the speed if his car's healthy again, which I think it is, to be able to still fight for the win in the Pro-Am.
See where that shifter handle was positioned in. Stops
I'm listening to see what gear he's in.
He was missing, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a track that you can make much speed if the transmission's not functioning properly.
Right, so we're going to go green this time, probably with 28 laps complete of our scheduled 40-lap distance today. And with some of the action we've seen from like 4th, 3rd, 4th, back through 10th,
I expect you're going to see it again here.
Drama's building, isn't it? Has not been any drama at the front of the field, as Helio Meza has led every lap after setting a new track record in qualifying. Got a good mix of manufacturers at the head of the field. 3 Chevrolets and then 2 Toyotas in the top 5.
Meza said one of the things they work on the simulator is restarts. Like, they said it's helped him, and it obviously has, because he's been able to build a little gap right off the bat on these restarts after caution flag.
Some of the tire marbles beginning to build up offline a little bit too. Now you got to pull out in that heavy braking zone and try and make a pass. You have to have a look at that and consider what it might do to your traction. There's the Pro-Am leader, Sabato. Back, he's 15th overall. He's got Keith Prochek, Cale Phillips right behind him. Patrick Paul also all lined up there. Then 3 cars back to Jared Odrick, who runs in 21st. So under the bridge, here we go. Green flag. Here comes Alon Day, first one out of line, a peek to the inside. Can't get a spot on Tanner Wright, drops back in line. Jace Denmark is inside in turn 1, looking to pick up a spot there. That's Denmark The Indianapolis driver, originally from Phoenix.
Got
and a
one
spinner.
around.
Gavin Gleitzman. Looks like he's going to keep it running, and he will drive away from the exit of turn 1.
Yeah, it's just been put pressure on everybody he gets to today, trying to make up some ground. Looks for making a move here.
For 8th and 9th place. Tanner Reif has 8th. Alon is 9th. Thomas Merrill is 10th. And Helio Meza just doing Helio Meza things, pulling away from the front of the pack quickly.
Pretty amazing what he is.
I see what you did there.
He saw what I did. He really is, though. I'll tell you, I'm just so impressed with his, everything about the way he goes, about his business. He's good at everything. The braking zones, the S's, the technical parts, the restarts.
Down the hill. Super fast, turn 12.
See Harmon, I look out the window, I saw him just about sideways off of turn 12.
Here's Day again inside of Reif.
I think he has the spot this time.
Got it. So after getting beaten up and torn up at Sebring and having his crash yesterday, one car off in the back there. That is, and it came back on right in traffic. And we've got trouble. That was Adrian Blavstowski. And I'm not sure.
Yeah,
and who is that? Did he collect Sabato? Is that 61? Yes, that was the Pro-Am leader. Actually, I don't think that was Blavstowski. I think that was 44, Patrick Paul. Same kind of stripes across the hood.
Yeah. It's hard to tell which car that was from that angle, but he's going again. Here we go.
Look at that. From the Pro-Am lead to torn up by a car coming across the track in front of you that was out of your control.
Yeah,
what a heartbreak.
Man, that is a tough break.
Trying to find a place to park that thing where it won't lay down any more liquid across the racetrack. There is a little chicane that they use in some of the racing over there just before you go onto the bridge to turn 11 and 12. That is where Sabato has parked that machine.
That dark colored car, Laney Bice, she's well-rounded race car driver, was in the Cars Tour last year running late models. Is going to run the full season here now in TA2. As part of her ongoing development is to be a really good road racer. That's why she's here. She's also in that same program that Meza is with General Motors. So she's in that, in with all the sim work and all the things that they do to make the drivers better.
One day trying to pick up a spot on Gian Buffalmani there for 6th. Let's have a look back at what happened there that collected Roberto Sabato.
It looks like actually he's the one that got offline.
That's 44. That's Patrick Paul. And he comes back on the track after jumping through the curbs right in front of traffic.
Oh. Wow, that was a tough break.
So from first place in Pro-Am to out of the race for Roberto Sabato. Let's check back here. This is a fight for 11th place. Jackson Tovo in the 30. Laney Bice, 27. As further ahead, the other Tovo, Ethan, has a look on Sam Corey. That's 4th place there. Corey in the 70 as
we got one off in turn 1 in the gravel.
Way off.
Yeah.
That is Gian Buffalmani.
Saw tire smoke right there, like he locked the brakes up. Not sure what happened, why he went straight off, but yeah, he's definitely off.
He's in the gravel trap, and whether he can get moving again or not is going to determine whether we see another full course yellow. Right now, just a local yellow over there.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a full course there. I don't think he can get out.
He's pretty far up the beach. Here is Ethan Tovo and Sam Corey. And the full course yellow has been called. Full course yellow number 3 in this race, and it comes out inside of 10 laps to go. With Gian Buffalmonte stopped in turn 1. And another big Helio Meza lead erased. And with the turnover in the lead in Pro-Am as well, that's going to make that one interesting in the final laps. As there you see Roberto Sabato out of his car and cannot be happy with the way that ended. There's Gian Buffalmonte in the car, window net up, waiting for some help to get off the beach. Gavin Gleitzman on pit road, hood off of his car. We got a lot going on here as we get to the final laps of round 2 of the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 series.
Every win. A protective coating engineered under extreme conditions, applied with precision, designed
I'd like to
to
know what
last.
happened. I saw smoke.
For high-speed
Then
laps,
dust.
and for the people who keep America moving. Top Liner. Dealer opportunities nationwide. Inquire for your area at topliner.com.
Okay, so pretend this is your race car. It's on the trailer, and you have an accident. Ouch! At least your truck's insurance will pay for another one? Yeah, not so fast. Standard insurance won't replace your race car, whether it's in the trailer, in the paddock, in the garage, or the repair shop. But at Hagerty, we can protect it for what it's really worth anytime it's off the track. No matter what or where you race, all for less than a set of race tires. Hagerty, let's drive together.
Well, there's the scene down in turn 1 as safety crew tries to extricate Gian Buffalmonte's car from deep in the gravel trap. That's put us out of the full course yellow with laps running out. 7 to go now in our race, and Helio Meza still the race leader. Keith Prochek has now taken over the lead in Pro-Am after Roberto Sabato got taken out just a little bit ago. A lot of cars, it seems like, been on pit road today, Ben, huh?
Yeah, a lot of action down here. I'm talking to Dick Van Wieren here with Fast Auto. We've seen Gavin Gleitzman have to come in twice. We've seen Adrian Lostowski have to come in. What happened out there, Dick?
The first time we pitted, he went off and it got hot. He was a little worried because he's new at this. Second time he came in, he was missing. It was misfiring. I think we got a fuel pressure problem. But Gavin's doing a great job for being a young kid in his second race only. So pretty proud of him.
Nice. I love it. Well, as you guys know, the conditions have changed here quite drastically. The track is as hot as it's ever been all weekend, and the drivers are complaining it's a little bit slick out there. Back up to you guys in the booth.
It's not going to get any less slick with inside of 10 laps to go to that checkered flag either.
No, the track's getting hotter. The tires are wearing more.
Yep.
It's going to be pretty slick.
So a little bit of damage to the nose of the Ethan Tovo machine. Or the, well, let's see here. It's Tovo, Sam Corey.
Yeah, that's a pretty aggressive pass Tovo made on Corey. I don't think Corey's too happy about it. Kind of let him know there, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. And that contact. That last contact is under the caution flag. So,
yeah, they still haven't sorted this out.
So the hot temperatures are not just limited to external to the cockpit. All right, Helio Meza, the only leader we've had today. Andres Perez de Lara, the only second-place runner we've had today. Noah Harmon is third, Sam Corey fourth, Ethan Tovo fifth. Alon Day is up to sixth place. Driver of the day, in my opinion, besides our race leader. Seventh is Rafa Matos. Tanner Ripe is eighth. Thomas Merrill ninth. Jackson Tovo is 10th. Laney Weiss 11th. Eric Payton is 12th. Then your Pro-Am leader, Keith Prochek, in 13th. Jay Stenmark is 14th. Second place in Pro-Am, Cale Phillips is 15th. Stan Barrett 16th. Doug Winston, third place in Pro-Am, is 17th. Then Naz Olkowski and Jared Odrick, who runs 5th in Pro-Am and 19th. Jared just came down the hill under the bridge from turn 12 a minute ago, locked up the brakes, went off the side of the racetrack on the right, under caution, then came back on the racetrack and moved forward. So
very
I don't know
unusual.
what was going on there.
I couldn't quite figure out what was happening over there because he was by himself. It just looked like maybe something malfunctioned with the brake.
Yeah. So look back at some of the Pro-Am machines. So, field across the start-finish line. 6 laps to go in this one, and still trying to get the Gian Buffalmonte car going out of that turn 1 gravel trap. We'll take a break, come back for what should be some pretty action-packed final laps, if not for the race lead.
Rev up and get ready for race day with Mission Foods. The world's best racers and tastiest products come together to make every race delicious. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Big news for car lovers everywhere. Now you can get Next Gen at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. Every Next Gen formula is built with advanced ceramic technology, and that means a deep gloss finish, serious protection, and long-lasting durability for your paint. World-class racing teams trust Next Gen to protect their race cars under the toughest conditions. And you can trust Next Gen to protect your car every day. Find Next Gen ceramic protection at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Get ready for race day with Stack Auto Lifts. The world's fastest racers and the most trusted garage lifts come together to elevate every moment on and off the track. From rugged 4-post lifts and powerful 2-post systems to space-saving single-post and scissor lifts, Stack Auto Lifts delivers strength, precision, and performance for every garage. Brought to you by Stack Auto Lifts, created by racers for racers. Proud partner of Race America for the 2026 season.
Welcome to RacingAmerica.tv. From the local short tracks to the road racing stars of Trans Am, we have you covered. Subscribe now for live access to over 200 grassroots races streaming all season long. Watch anytime, anywhere on your phone, tablet, or TV apps. Get a 10-year archive of grassroots races, plus behind-the-scenes NASCAR team coverage. And when the spotlight turns to Trans Am, Racing America brings you front-row access to the action. This is racing at every level. This is Racing America.
Get ready to go green for the final 5 laps, or 10 minutes and 40 seconds of today's Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series race at Road Atlanta. Helio Meza, that white and red number 28, the 18-year-old from Texas, has led every lap of this one so far. He's got to get away on at least one more restart. Here he comes down the hill.
Like Perez de Lara got a better start that time, able to stay a little closer, getting into turn 1.
Got damage. Sam Corey is off driver's right. The hood all caved in on his machine.
Had a stack up on that restart. Got him.
Oh, gonna be trouble. Oh, wow, down in turn 1. That slow car just avoided by some of the cars charging up from the back of the field on that start. Maybe a little accordion on that shuffle down the hill from the start, but tough luck for Sam Corey in these closing laps of the race. So now the action spot is for 4th place.
Alon Day has been putting pressure on everybody today. He's made a big charge from the back.
Going to get around Ethan Tovo for that number 4 position.
And Matos, this car's still battered, but still going.
He won't give up as long as he'll drive. And that's a quote from him.
No
to
give
me
up.
The other day. Long as my car will drive, I'm in the fight. Look at this. And there's the Corey machine.
This looks like one that lost the fight.
Yeah.
You see, Alon Day was able to get by Tovo.
So Day, Tovo, Matos, Reif running in 6th, 7th, check that, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Then a gap back to Thomas Merrill, who's got a whole pack trying to charge on him. That's Laney Bice out of line, looking for some running room. Jackson Tovo there in that white and red car on the outside now, up the hill.
You see Alon Day, that 17, he's trying to chase down those top 3 and maybe get a podium finish out of this after starting in the rear.
OM lead still belongs to Keith Procek with Cale Phillips behind him. As Sam Corey makes his way down pit road with that caved-in hood from the last restart. A good day gone bad for the Cornelius, North Carolina driver. Well, Merrill, tail wagging off the corner.
He was spinning those rear tires. We talked about late in the race, tires wearing, track's hot, slick. Gonna have to drive them here.
Down the hill now to turn number 10. That's Bice inside, looking for a spot. Looking for 2. Contact there. Bice and Merrill. And Jackson Tovo has to take to the gravel to avoid. Heavy braking zone there. Bice trying to get a spot underneath of Jackson Tovo. And just overshot the corner and collected Thomas Merrill in the process.
Got another car slowing down on the right-hand side of the road. Going into turn 1.
75,
right next to the
is that
grass.
Tanner Wright?
And all this action looks like Alon Day has now taken 3rd place. So he is in the podium spot after starting in the rear.
Yeah, that is 75. That's Tanner Reif from a top 10 spot, has coasted to a stop. And another full course yellow for that Reif machine in a bad spot on the racetrack. Yellow with 3 laps to go and 6
We got
minutes
2 other
on the
cars
clock.
stopped. Finally, Merrill gets his Dodge going.
Yeah. Well, we knew we weren't done with the action. That's a tough break for Merrill. Really was fighting hard for his track position all day.
He really has.
And there is Bice headed for pit lane. Georgia driver headed in. Looks like
I don't see a lot of damage on the Bice car. I think her car looks to be okay.
And so Helio Meza gets slowed again and may not have to run another lap in anger to rack up a 3rd straight win. All right, let's take a look at what happened here to put us under the yellow. This was down to turn number 10.
High braking, high speed. It's like the back end just maybe wheel hopped a little bit. Just not enough room there. Merrill just had no idea that was coming. Just a victim.
Yeah.
Of a little bit of a aggressive move, we'll call it, from Laney Bice.
And those 2 cars sitting there at the edge of the track, and then at the other end of the front straightaway, where the Tanner Reif machine coasted to a stop, and so they removed that, as you see there at the bottom of the screen, while Laney Bice heads down the pit lane and looks to rejoin the race. Under the last full course yellow, Jared Odrick came down pit road, changed a tire, so maybe when we saw that him slide down the hill and off into the grass, had something going wrong at the right front corner of his machine. So now the question is, do we see any more green flag racing in this one? My answer is, I don't think so.
I don't either. I think we're coming to the white flag. The only way we would see any more racing if they could actually get a green and white. I have not heard that.
Not yet. But did it at Sebring. There's Jared Odrick, who looks like his bid for 3 consecutive Pro-Am victories in TA2 Series will come up a little bit shy today. Keith Procek leading in Pro-Am. Up in 9th position, Cale Phillips and Doug Winston, the podium. Winston, the Westchester County, New York driver. Looking like he's going to be in good spot. So the only thing that's been in front of Helio Meza all day has been the pace car.
Looks like that might be the way it ends, too.
So 2 laps to go, 3.5 minutes in the time limit for the race. And I don't hear any movement yet toward a restart here. So I think we're going to be... Sam Corey back on the racetrack as pace car does indeed lead the field past pit lane. And so it'll be the white flag here at the start-finish line for Helio Meza. 1 lap to go, and we're going to finish this one under the yellow flag. Well, what can you say about this kid? I mean, we spent the first segment of our pre-race show talking about him. He is literally 3 for 3 in...
He's never been beaten, has he?
A very difficult series to win in. He's 3 for 3. He started on the pole. Now, the first 2 came, what was qualifying, canceled, but he was fastest in practice. That's how they set the grid when that is the case.
I'll call that qualifying.
So that's, he gets credit for 1 pole, but he's basically got 3 number 1 starting spots and 3 wins in 3 tries.
It's going to end under caution, but he certainly earned it today. I'm just so impressed with him. Never seems to ever make a mistake. And for a young driver that's this phase of his career, I think he's got some, some bright lights in the future for him.
As far as winning 3 consecutive races, it has been done before. In fact, in TA2 competition, the record is, let's see, I have it in my notes here somewhere. I just have to find it. Let's see. Last time 3 straight was done was by Rafa Matos back in 2021, the last 2 races, and the opener of 2022. That's the last time somebody won 3 straight races in this division, which tells you what an accomplishment this is, to come in and not just win 3 straight, but win your first 3.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. And these notes that Alon has is like a book over here. I don't know how he finds all this stuff.
Sometimes it takes a while.
It's impressive. I can tell you
about that. It's a good thing we have computers and printers, because I can't read my own handwriting some days. Well, this is going to extend the win streak for Team SLR. As
well, they are on a roll right now. That's Scott Legacy and his group. They just are a top-notch team. They keep putting out good cars and racking up trophies.
This will be 10 consecutive victories for going back to Mid-Ohio last June for this group. And in the Pro-Am, Keith Procek is going to get the top step on the podium. And congratulations to Keith. But pace car brings the field to the checkered flag. And the amazing Meza, Helio Meza, wins again. Today here at Road Atlanta, he led every lap and dominated today after setting a new track record in qualifying. Meza, your winner. Andres Perez de Lara ran second every lap all race long. Alon Day will come from a wrecked race car and not qualifying all the way up to the 3rd step on the podium. And congratulations to Alon Day. Pro-Am, it's going to be Keith Procek with the win over Cale Phillips and Doug Winston. And that's how it runs today here at Road Atlanta. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and talk to our winners as we wrap up this Saturday with the Q3 Architecture TA2 Series.
Born on America's greatest racetracks, developed in the Top Liner Lab, Tested where it matters most. At every turn, every lap, every win. A protective coating engineered under extreme conditions, applied with precision, designed to last. For high-speed laps and for the people who keep America moving. Top Liner. Dealer opportunities nationwide. Inquire for your area at topliner.com.
Okay, so pretend this is your race car. It's on the trailer, and you have an accident. Ouch! At least your truck's insurance will pay for another one? Yeah, not so fast. Standard insurance won't replace your race car, whether it's in the trailer, in the paddock, in the garage, or the repair shop. But at Haggerty, we can protect it for what it's really worth anytime it's off the track. No matter what or where you race, all for less than a set of race tires. Haggerty, let's drive together.
And the winner makes his way toward the podium as Brazelton, Georgia's sun-splashed road racing circuit today put on a challenge for the drivers of the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 series. A lot of wrinkled up fenders. I imagine there's going to be some wrinkled up feelings as well when some of these drivers get out of the cars. But not for that guy in first, as 18-year-old Helio Meza dominates again from pole position, leading every lap. And he is now 3 for 3 in TA2 racing.
An all SLR podium.
And Ben Sissel is down by the victory podium, Ben.
Well, thank you so much as we're down here watching Helio Meza get out of his car 3 in a row. Perfect weekend, another perfect weekend. He had pole. He won the race flag to flag, also got track record. Absolutely unbelievable. Just clicked something off on his watch there. I'd like to know what that was. And then Scott's got a hat for it. Helio, third race, you've won all 3. I've never said this before in TA2, but never talked to an undefeated driver like that. How was your race?
Oh, man, that felt really good, obviously leading the whole race and just kind of really taking control. And, man, this car is a rocket ship, and I can't thank SLR enough for working so hard. We struggled a little bit throughout the practice with a few handling issues, but the last practice yesterday, or practice 1, we got it really tuned in, and then obviously qualifying got track record and just led it lap to lap. So really unbelievable. This is one of my first ever times that, I've been a part of a team like this that works really hard and wants nothing but the best for me. And just super grateful for everyone in my corner. Alessandro's Racing, Chevrolet, Team SLR. Can't thank Cube 3 Architecture TA2, all the series sponsors for making this weekend possible. Pirelli. There's a lot of people involved that make these weekends possible, so can't thank everyone enough. Racing America for doing all that they do for us this year and really leveling up this broadcast. And so, just thank you so much, and that was a pleasure to drive.
Nice. Well, good luck tomorrow, too, but I got to come and talk to 9 in a row for SLR. But, Kevin, if we'll come over here, I got to talk to Alon Day because he started from near the back. Alon, I wasn't even sure where you started from, but to make it on the podium, absolutely unbelievable. How was it for you out there?
I'm speechless. I came from the back. There are a couple of people I really need to thank them. First of all, it's just Sai for giving me the opportunity to be here, which is without them I wouldn't be here. Team SLR, they worked really hard yesterday. We had a bad crash in practice and I couldn't qualify, so that's the reason why I start from the back. Those guys, each one of them, they make a hell of a job giving me a fighter jet. That's what I felt. And I want to take this opportunity to thank every person who's right now fighting hard in Iran and in the Middle East, the U.S. military forces and the Israeli military forces. They are the heroes here. And yeah, I can't wait to go back home.
Nice, I love it. Well, guys, I'm sure you've got some results up there in the booth, and we're going to start our Jim Weed Winner Circle down here in a few minutes.
Yeah, Helio Meza and Alon both headed for the airport soon. Meza headed to Mexico for the NASCAR Mexico Series season opener tomorrow. Alon, more importantly, heading home to his family, where he's not been able to go for the last couple of weeks amid some of the events in the news that you're all well aware of. Well, the results tonight generate these headlines. Helio Meza, 3 for 3. Andres Perez de Lara in his TA2 debut, second in qualifying, second for every lap of the race.
Alon was definitely the driver of the day.
Yeah.
Passing all those cars. He was where the action was almost every lap. Great finish for him.
Look back a little deeper into the order. Doug Winston. Nice to see Doug get a podium in Pro-Am. And again, Keith Prochek, your Pro-Am winner, with Cale Phillips in the second step on the podium. And some of the people that had trouble during the race. Adrian Blavstovsky running third when he had a transmission problem. Gian Buffamonte having a great run. Roberto Sabato was leading Pro-Am when he got taken out by a car that got off course, coming back across the track right in front of him. And Graham Jacobson, after a great qualifying run, having a problem that put him off the course very early in the race. We had 4 full course yellows. Race wound up finishing under the yellow flag. And again, no lead changes as Helio Meza led every lap of this one from start to finish. See the Pro-Am podium there as well. That second row of cars top of screen. And we've got more from Road Atlanta in just a minute as we continue on this Saturday.
Rev up and get ready for race day with Mission Foods. The world's best racers and tastiest products come together to make every race delicious. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Big news for car lovers everywhere. Now you can get Next Gen at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. Every Next Gen formula is built with advanced ceramic technology, and that means a deep gloss finish, serious protection, and long-lasting durability for your paint. World-class racing teams trust Next Gen to protect their race cars under the toughest conditions. And you can trust Next Gen to protect your car every day. Find Next Gen ceramic protection at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Get ready for race day with Stack Auto Lifts. The world's fastest racers and the most trusted garage lifts come together to elevate every moment on and off the track. From rugged 4-post lifts and powerful 2-post systems to space-saving single-post and scissor lifts, Stack Auto Lifts deliver strength, precision, and performance for every garage. Brought to you by Stack Auto Lifts, created by racers for racers. Proud partner of Race America for the 2026 season.
Welcome to RacingAmerica.tv. From the local short tracks to the road racing stars of Trans Am, we have you covered. Subscribe now for live access to over 200 grassroots races streaming all season long. Watch anytime, anywhere on your phone, tablet, or TV apps. Get a 10-year archive of grassroots races, plus behind-the-scenes NASCAR team coverage. And when the spotlight turns to Trans Am, Racing America brings you front-row access to the action. This is racing at every level. This is Racing America.
Back live in Braselton, Georgia, where tomorrow the Trans Am Series by Pirelli will go green. We're on the air at 11:30 in the morning, but we've got unfinished business from today. The podium ceremony is about to begin, Ben.
All right, Atlanta, let's get loud. Come on now. There we go. I like that. The Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series here at Jim Weed Winner Circle. Atlanta, keep up this energy. I'm loving it. Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Pro-Am, third place. Last time he was on the podium was last year in his home state with, kind of home state of New York at Watkins Glen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Doug Winston, trainmentor.org. On the podium with us in the Pro-Am, Nick Middleton with Cube 3. Great race out there today.
Phenomenal race. Congratulations to all the drivers, and awesome job, Doug. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Sorry, Nick. I'm going to talk to you, though. Doug's right there. Second place in Pro-Am. Ladies and gentlemen, so proud of him. We saw him on the podium with us at Sebring. Let's hear it for Cale Phillips with Mincy's Graphics. Running with Nitro Motorsports. Doug with Fast Auto. And then, ladies and gentlemen, first place today in Atlanta was on the podium with us last year. Our runner-up in Pro-Am last year. Let's hear it for Keith Prochuk, running with HP Tuners, Cope Race Cars. Yeah, keep this energy up, Atlanta. I know it's a little bit hot, but this is good. I like this. All right. Doug Winston, love having you on the podium. How was your race out there?
That's good. Trying to stay out of trouble. There's a lot of trouble out there. That was good. Car was overheating a little, but we managed it and managed to stay alive and be on the podium.
Nice. And who you have to thank?
Oh, we got everybody to thank. We got all the crew over there today. Matt, my crew chief, everybody at Fast Auto. We got the people at TradeMentor.org. A few of them are here today. Our mentors are here. We got to thank guys at Milwaukee Tool, who are a great official tool sponsor of TradeMentor.org. And we got, that's about it.
Your wife.
Yeah, should thank my wife too, right? She's not here. Yeah, thank my wife.
Nice.
She's watching back home.
How about that? We're keeping Doug Winston married up here. Cale Phillips, man, nice job. 2 podiums in a row. Great start. How was it?
Yeah, it's a great start to the season. That was a really tough battle between me and Keith. I was tired of seeing his rear bumper by the end of the race there. But yeah, dodged some of the carnage there at the end and had some grass on the grill, so trying to keep the water temp down there for a while. But yeah, like you said, good start to the season. 2 podiums in a row, third, second, so we're moving in the right direction. Thanks to Mincy's Graphics, SMP, Boxo, and everybody at Nitro Motorsports working really hard getting this car ready for this season. So been good so far, and looking forward to Sonoma.
Looking forward to Sonoma. Well, Keith, I know those HP Tuners cars are the fastest. How was your race out there?
Yeah, thanks. Congrats, Doug and Cale. Cale, you certainly kept me honest out there. It's one of the tougher races I've had this year. It's very mentally challenging. Thanks to Travis and the entire Cope crew for turning around the car from Sebring. Started off a little bit slower than we liked to last race, but to come out on top is really great. So fantastic race, and yeah, looking forward to the next one.
I love it. All right, Atlanta, get loud. This is how you get free hats and stuff. Get loud. Come on now, let's hear it. Doug Winston, Cale Phillips, and Keith Prochuk in the Pro-Am. Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series Pro-Am. All right, you guys could throw those hats out there, but throw them to the loud people. Make them work for it. Boo! Ooh, boomerang. Boo! Nice, good catch. Doug Winston. Ooh, oh, one-hander from the photographer. Summit, all of you get $50 at Summit Racing Equipment. Hold those up. Come on now, Atlanta, get loud. Keith's like, oh, my hair looks bad. I don't have a hat on. I'm sorry, we got to get you a hat. Shit, we threw him away too early. That's my fault. We could Photoshop good hair into that, though, Keith. Chris can do that. He said, nah. The Cube 3 Architecture orange hats. Big hand for Scott Duncan, ladies and gentlemen, for giving out the stuff to everybody. Yes, how about that? Here we go. All right, come on, Atlanta, get loud. Doug Winston, Cale Phillips, Keith Prochuk first. Let's see, we got some arms out. Come on, ooh, nice. Those throw pretty well. Here we go. Doug Winston right back to his crew. Here we go. Here's some hats. I like this, guys. All right, and then one more. Oh, Doug. Boom. Threw that underhanded a little bit. All right, keep up this energy, Atlanta. Even you guys way back there. You guys, you got to get loud. Come on now, let's get loud. Doug Winston got his trophy stolen. Cale Phillips, Keith Prochuk. How about that? And then Eric Whitnable comes up and explains the trophies, and Scott Duncan gets out of here quickly. He knows the drill. Come on, Atlanta, get loud. One more time. Doug Winston, Cale Phillips, Keith Prochek. Nice job, guys. Congratulations. That was one of the races to watch today. Now we go to the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Pro Series. This was a crazy race, but where is Alon? Where did Alon start? I need some... What's that? He started in 25th, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure we'll find out why. All the way from Tel Aviv, Israel. Let's hear it for Alon Day, running Team SLR, M1 chassis, running with JSSI. Getting that big congratulations from Nick Middleton. How about that, from 25th to making the podium on, I think, the last lap. I'm going to talk to you here in a second, but right there on the 3, Alon. This, ladies and gentlemen, is unbelievable. He has really shown us some stuff. Also running with SLR, M1. First time, let's hear it for the Andres Perez de Lara. I did my best. How was that? Would you have turned around in an airport if I said that? Andres Perez de Lara. I'm going to get this because I'm going to have to, because you're going to be up here. Here, you come up. Alon, you're going to stand on the 3. You're going to be right there on the number 2. And then, ladies and gentlemen, in 2021, we had 3 in a row with Rafa Matos, and that was quite a feat. But we've never had first 3 in a row. He wins it, and he wins it like clean sweep this weekend. He got the fastest lap. He got pole, and he's on the top step and was never passed. The only car in front of him was a pace car. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Helio Meza. Oh, my goodness. The talent here. Nick Middleton, don't go away. You guys get up on your steps. Man, the talent here in Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series, that's got to feel good.
This is going to be a great season. Congratulations to all the winners here. And this is going to be a phenomenal race on the West Coast, and we're going to have more drivers with the West Coast Series as well. But the big thanks as well also goes to all the crew that puts all these cars together and makes them get faster and faster every week. Talented drivers. And thanks as well to all the Trans Am staff and Racing America as well for putting all this together. Appreciate it for everything. Thank you.
How about that? Nick Middleton with Cube 3, co-founder and CEO. Come on, big round of applause. We cannot do this without him. Man, Alon, that was so impressive. I was a little bit shocked to see you starting that far back. I'm sure you'll tell us why, but how was your race?
Yeah, I don't want to remember. Try to forget that, actually. It was a bad day yesterday. Yeah, I smashed into the wall, unfortunately. But the SLR guys, everybody there, I have to thank them. Big thank you for them for giving me such a good car. Yeah, I know what I'm not supposed to do, and it's not sliding on turn 5 and hitting the wall. Nice. But I will know that for the next race. And yeah, I can't wait to go back home.
Yeah, you get to go see your family after a few long weeks.
Yeah, it was very emotional 2 weeks. I'm kind of like stuck here while my family, my wife, my kid is over there in Israel. That was a mental overkill for me being here. It was really tough, but it's a nice way to finish that whole journey. And now I'm flying back tonight, so I'm gonna feel bad for the guy who's gonna sit next to me on the plane because I'm gonna be kind of like smelly, but can't wait.
I love it. I love it. And I love seeing this. Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series is becoming an international series here with our podium. And you know what? Can you say your name for everybody? Because it sounds so musical coming out of you.
Andres Perez de Lara.
Nice. I'm never going to be able to do that, but man, unbelievable first showing. How was your race out there?
Yeah, I think it was good. I really enjoyed it. Just the whole weekend and the process and just getting to learn this car, this track. I really enjoyed the whole experience. I think we got better every session, and it was overall a good weekend. So got to thank the team. Obviously, 1 to 3 finish. It's pretty cool. And just, yeah, overall it was a good weekend for us. So really happy.
Unbelievable. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? And then Helio, take both mics. Tell us about your race out there. Unbelievable.
Thank you. Yeah, just kind of speechless here. Last year I went into my first race at COTA, my debut. not really expecting much. And here I am 3 races later, third in a row. So can't thank Chevrolet, Team SLR enough. They worked really hard, in the off season to get these cars super fast. And obviously it shows. We got 1, 2, 3 here. They worked really hard on Alon's car yesterday after he had his moment, but they worked really hard all night to get him back on track. And I wish Alon was up there with me at the beginning because I feel like we would have had a good battle all race. But that makes me look forward to Sonoma. And it should be a fun one. But, yeah, I can't thank everyone enough. Chevrolet, Q3, Architecture TA2 series, all the series sponsors, Pirelli for providing these nice tires. And, just can't thank everyone enough. Alessandro's Racing, and looking forward to the next one.
I love it. I love it. Come on, Atlanta. Let's get loud. We saw some stuff there.
All right, there's your podium celebration for both the Pro-Am drivers and the pro drivers as Helio Meza continues his amazing run to start his TA2 career.
Such an amazing young man and just well-spoken. He doesn't do anything wrong, right? He leads every lap, sits on the pole, does a great interview. I just think just so many things in the future for this guy that we haven't seen yet. I think it's some greatness in the making.
For sure. That's a good way to sum it up. Greatness in the making right there. And we've got more to come today as we wrap up our TA2 race at Road Atlanta and look ahead to tomorrow's Trans Am Series Green Flag. That's next on Racing America.
Born on America's greatest racetracks. Developed in the Top Liner Lab. Tested where it matters most. At every turn. Every lap. Every win. A protective coating engineered under extreme conditions, applied with precision, designed to last. For high-speed laps and for the people who keep America moving. Top Liner. Dealer opportunities nationwide. Inquire for your area at topliner.com.
Okay, so pretend this is your race car. It's on the trailer, and you have an accident. Ouch! At least your truck's insurance will pay for another one? Yeah, not so fast. Standard insurance won't replace your race car, whether it's in the trailer, in the paddock, in the garage, or the repair shop. But at Hagerty, we can protect it for what it's really worth anytime it's off the track. No matter what or where you race, all for less than a set of race tires. Hagerty, let's drive together.
Beautiful day here in Braselton, Georgia. And it's supposed to be a beautiful day tomorrow, too, when the Trans Am Series by Pirelli goes green for round 2 of this 2026 season. Looking ahead for the Q3 Architecture TA2 Series, next race a little over a month from now out at Sonoma, California. Hard to win 3 in a row, right? Hasn't been done since 2021, and the guy that did it was the all-time leading winner in this series. How about 4 in a row? That's the challenge.
I think it's possible, though. I'll tell you what I've seen out of him. I wouldn't bet against it. And you see, you go out to Sonoma and you bring out different people that come out. It's a different kind of racetrack, too. And I don't know. We'll see if anybody can work. They got a few weeks to work on their stuff. Let's see if they can get a little closer to Meza because, man, he has definitely got a target on his back now.
And the Sonoma weekend is a doubleheader, by the way. Both series, TA2 and TA, race on Saturday and Sunday out at that one. So that added challenge, as always, if you make it 4 in a row, to try and make it 5 in a row. So that's coming up here in about a month's time out on the West Coast. As far as the championship is concerned, I know it's only 2 rounds in of a 12-round season, but everybody that's behind Helio Meza in the standings has had a bad race in one of those two races, a tough finish.
Yeah, we saw a lot today. I mean, some cars just going off track, some having mechanical issues. Wasowski had a problem running third, and he's had a good race at Sebring with a podium finish, but then coming here and having the problem set him back a little bit. So like you said, everybody that's trying to chase Meza is not able to stack their cards up to make any headway.
And in the Pro-Am side as well, Jared Odrick, championship leader, coming in. A bad day today, and had to pit early with overheating. Then had a tire that they had to change with a pit stop later. And so that championship momentum, Jared had won, was going for 3 straight wins in Pro-Am, slowed a little bit, and will be a tight fight when we head out to the West Coast as well a month's time from now. So we turn our attention now, besides tech inspection, to tomorrow. And the Trans Am Series by Pirelli here. TA2 cars hauling the mail, 160-plus miles an hour on these straightaways. These 850, 900 horsepower Trans Am cars tomorrow on this circuit is wow with an exclamation point.
Alon, you and I were standing down there when they started the practice session yesterday morning. And it's breathtaking to watch them coming down the hill, coming to the right-hander turn 12, and coming down the main straightaway. Yeah. I remember when the first time they flew by there, I turned around to you, my eyes wide open. I said, wow, did I just see that? Cars are super fast. They're the coolest cars you'll ever see race on a road course. And Tommy Dreese, I'll just take the words right out of his mouth. He said they ought to be illegal. They're so fast. He said they've slowed all the other divisions down. They never slowed this one down. And he says it's a hoot to drive them, but he said it ought to be illegal because they're just too fast.
Well, Tommy will be one of the stars in the field tomorrow when we come your way at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time with our pre-race coverage, and then we go green just after 12 noon for round 2. Of course, Matthew Brabham dominated the Sebring opener. Paul Menard chased him and chased him and chased him. Couldn't catch him. So that team, 3GT Racing, has had a couple of weeks to work on some things and see if they can put a little more pressure on Brabham and Chris Dyson's racing team here. Brabham, the defending winner of this race, he did take the checkered flag here a year ago and has that incredible record in his time in the Trans Am Series. But Menard, Tommy Dreese, David Pintarek, and, of course, the local Georgia team, Burton Racing, with Adam Andretti, who got his first TA win here a couple of years ago. They'll be hot on the tail as well. Martin Raginger will be a front runner also, so it should be an entertaining day tomorrow here at Road Atlanta.
Yep, I'm looking forward to that one. And I think Paul Menard, champion the last 2 years, coming into this one after losing a couple of weeks ago to Brabham and Sebring. I think he's very motivated to get this thing back on the top step of that podium. I talked to his owner, Paul Gentilozzi, for a while yesterday. They are working hard. John Gentilozzi is an engineer there. There's a family team. They're working really hard to close the gap. They don't like somebody coming in there taking their lunch money, so they're going to be going after them tomorrow.
Team that's won more championships and races than anybody in Trans Am Racing, and looking to get the bit in the mouth, if you will, and reclaim their spot at the front of the pack after winning the championship the last 2 straight years. That's tomorrow here in the North Georgia Hills. Today, an action-packed race behind the front couple. Up front, it was Helio Meza leading every lap. There were a lot of wrinkled fenders and hurt feelings in behind, a little bit of race car carnage as well. The usual fender-to-fender banging we expect to see out of this great field of Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series racers.
Yeah, we saw some young, aggressive driving, some hungry drivers. We saw some off-track excursions.
And some people get their feelings hurt at different points along the way, like right here. Thomas Merrill, Laney Bice, Jackson Tovo at turn number 10. But it all went on well behind Helio Meza, who is now 3 for 3, and he swept both races to start this 2026 Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series. Tomorrow, 11:30 a.m., Trans Am Racing from here at Road Atlanta for Andy Petrie and Ben Sissel and our entire
This
Racing
copyrighted
America crew.
telecast
Alan
may not be
Destler,
reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of Racing America. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.